Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 83 of Hollow Knight Silksong Blind. Last time, we obtained the Architect's Melody, and then proceeded to ascend higher in the Citadel, where we fought Lace again, and now we're trying to collect materials so that Hornet can free this place from whatever force is ruling over it. So without further ado, let's get going. Anyways, first off, let's go to Deep Docks. Because from the look of it, there's something right by... There's a flea that's right by the fast travel. Aha! Wait, did I turn on the timer? No, I did not. Okay, are there any other fleas that are right by? Okay, we got all the ones there. Can't do anything with that one. At least I don't think we can. Watch out, it's some side quest that we're missing out on. There's that Mount Fay one. You know what? Yeah, there are plenty of other fleas that I'm not sure about. But then again, there's that one by the exhaust organ. So yeah, you know what? We'll go to the exhaust organ next. But still, I can't believe that things are really starting to wind down. And it's also kind of weird just seeing Lace die, basically, because you would think that Lace is going to team up with Hornet, and basically it's going to be this grand battle of sorts, basically, against the final boss, like kind of what we had in Hollow Knight. But nope, just dead Lace Bug, just dead string creature. Yeah, possibly there could be just another hidden wall within the exhaust organ that we missed out on during our first trip. Or our second. Or technically my third. Yeah, I'll just do a quick check around the exhaust organ. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Aha! Okay, in regards to that one Putrefied Ducks one, I'm not in the mood to just go wandering back through that area. So yeah, we'll save the rest of the fleas for basically some sort of cleanup after basically things are done. Yeah, I'll basically handle it like I handled the grubs in Hollow Knight, where basically I'll complete the game basically, and then basically in a bonus episode we'll go and cover it as well as other things. Okay, first things first. Okay, let's head over to Bone Bottom. Because at the very least, I think that the Shrine Maiden would be... The Chapel Maiden would be the source of our next soul. And then there's also Atla that we want to check out for the other component. Okay, nothing else there.
Madam, I return seeking power to aid in the construction of a trap at the request of your sibling residing at the top of the citadel. Aye, Hunter! So you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rests of my family spent far too long huddled and glum, or dead. Not me. I always been thinking it a waste just to take what's coming. When her up-top wakes, how dare they be dead? Better to fight for freedom or go out a blaze, or who? It's not a surprise. It's you rallying us, Action Hunter. You had that sense about you, a bug bringing change and all. Course you're more than a bug, ain't ya? More than Weaver. Guess it takes someone like you for my family to hope it success. Go and prove our trust now, won't you? We spent our lifetimes wishing for another path. With a bit of luck, you might grant it.
But really, I know I'm repeating myself, but just everything that we've gone through, everything that we've done, it just feels like it's been culminating to this. In a way, it feels similar to how it was when my Hollow Knight playthrough ended. We'd explored this world. We saw everything that it had to offer. Or at least I thought I did. Okay, let's see if it's in Atla. I mean, this place actually has a map. Now watch how we have to talk to Ava.
Sheer bulk makes her an effective weapon, but requires much sustenance. This creature would have spent most of its time eating, an acceptable life for some.
Okay. Okay, what's the point of this section? Watch how I missed out. Watch how I already got what was here. I'm just completely forgetting. Ah, what's up here? Okay, lucky us. Okay, let's head back.
Their rough, frigid shells grip tight to any surface. Even walls and roofs become a pathway for these nimble bugs.
Okay, let's go Belhard just so that I can verify the board if there is anything we're missing. We are lucky to have you, Miss Traveler. In Belhard, you are always welcome. You and your big sharp blade. Okay, nothing else on the board. Okay, let's do it. Let's head back to the Grand Bellway. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. Because, I mean, after what the Radiance put me through when I did Hollow Knight. But then again, compared to the bosses in this game, the Radiance was relatively tame, all things considered.
Sir, I have opened the way above these halls and bested the White Knight that stood as guardian.
Sorry. Getting the voices mixed up.
Child of the Monarch, she claimed herself at the end, and her shell suggested it true. A being born purely from silk woven tight. That such a feat is possible. I've never seen life woven from silk before, but tiny transient. Never like this. Aye, Bellringer, you've slain a marvel indeed. Well, not marvel at least, but now a dead one. What does it matter? One to keep far from she was, lest for our mortal sorts, look of a child in mind to match, but hers been up wandering the citadels longer than most. Even in its long silence, it's way before you came and roused Sire. Might have seen herself this place's protector, keeping it clean and quiet she did. Course quiet meant nothing. Meant most cross her path found a painful end from a pin. I'd be saying thanks for the slaying, but with all the other husks now awoken and enraged, a bug's chances aren't grown by much. Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me or trap that way we may see these lands free. Found it all, did you, Bellringer? Then join me and let's go to Pribbin. I'll be asking for both your silk and your claws for the construction. Sit down, the parts are prepared. I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap blade, best be guessing her on top won't be going down so simple. She'll see what's coming. That blade of yours is going to have to do its work before the thing can snap. I'd expect as much, sir, and I'm ready. Set your snare, I shall attend shortly.
New objective. Scale the citadel and ensnare its monarch in a deadly trap. Okay, I think there's a bench up there, so... Yeah, but it's kind of weird that we didn't get an achievement for getting all the maps. Though I don't think we're missing any locations, but then again, that's what bonus episodes are for. Okay, soul snare. Okay, I did not see that. Okay, so do we have to go down a separate path or the like? Ah, there you are.
And you come a long way, bell ringer. Ringing my bell. Ring her bell. Granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing up my solid family tact.
Well, the Shrine Maiden was not sullen. She was never sullen.
The snares head above are power bound along its thread. To your sight, it may seem a crude thing, but there's a fair strain to it, enough to quell a god. You and your family have done me well, sir. I shall prove your faith in me ahead. Aye, bring your best, Bellringer. Call for the great pale god. Cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snare all right, but only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. When the moment arrives, you'll see it clear.
Okay, so probably once we beat this creature, we'll have to go and just play the... Oh, great, it's a challenge! We're gonna hear the Radiance. Okay, now I'm scared. Grandmother Silk! Ah! Okay, was that it? No, there's probably a phase 2. There has to be a phase 2. Freaking bring the rocks down! Jeez, I'm hitting the rocks! It sounds like something out of Breath of Fire 2. What the? Oh! Okay, is that it? Healin'! That was surprisingly easy. It was fun, but easy. What? Wait, is that the void? What is the void doing here? solution for everything. Radiance, the void. This creature, the void. Grandmother Silk, the void. Everything, the void. The Hollow Knight, my job, I have come. Bring in another one. I can take on 2. This doesn't feel like a good ending. Snared Silk. But I have to say, that fight was really epic. I like that. What the heck kind of ending is this? Where it's like, oh, you destroyed the world, all because Hornet wanted freedom. Well, that was definitely something. I mean, it felt weird. I mean, compared to the Radiance, that Grandmother Silk was not that bad. Germa! So, anyways, as I was saying, but compared to the Radiance, that fight against Grandmother Silk was just, yeah, it was fast-paced and the like, but it was surprisingly simple. I mean, I guess that it's just a matter of the bosses from this game being much harder, so basically, the Radiance and her double damage, but you also had to fight the Hollow Knight in order to basically challenge the Radiance. And just this ending, I mean, is it supposed to be a cliffhanger? Yeah, watch out, it's like, you don't want freedom. Freedom is bad. Freedom is horrible. But, okay, so in that case, I'm just gonna say my thoughts of this playthrough now. That basically, this game, if you liked Hollow Knight, you're gonna love this game. Where basically it's Hollow Knight but expanded. You basically, everything that has... Okay. How much of the game did we complete? Steel Soul Mode! No, I'm not doing Steel Soul Mode. But why was the void there? What was the thing with the void? But anyways, yeah. You failed the world! Now everyone's dead! You've unleashed the void upon the world! Now we're gonna need a giant lighthouse light. But anyways, in regards to my thoughts on this game, basically, I had my doubts at first about this game, where basically, when I first started, I was like, it's about on par with Hollow Knight. Where basically, with Hollow Knight, it has a cozier feel to it. Basically, you can jump into it a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to beat. I mean, it's a smaller game, where Act 1 alone is about, in terms of the worlds that you have access to, and the areas, it's about on par with Hollow Knight. So basically, this game, if you loved Hollow Knight and you wanted more Hollow Knight and even more Hollow Knight on top of that, this is the game for you. However, basically, this game also has its fair share of downsides. Namely, just how tough the bosses can be, and how difficult things are right off the bat. Where basically, when you get towards the end of the game, it becomes a lot more doable. You have basically your long claw power, you have basically a bunch of different crests to work with, you have oodles of memory lockets that you can use to basically upgrade your favorite crest, and a lot of great tools to work with. Those dice, that dice, I would have probably died into Grandmother Silk if I didn't have the dice. But starting out though, you will suffer in this game. You will feel pain. So basically, if you thought that Hollow Knight was too difficult, then I would say stay clear of Silksong. But if you like the challenge that Hollow Knight gave you, then basically, then I would say give this game a shot. But anyways, in regards to basically how things are going to be from this point, basically, I'm going to go in, just do some bonus videos, and just where we'll go in, just get the remaining fleas, and just do another sweep of the world just to see if I'm missing anything. Because basically the thing is that going into the feats menu, we're basically acquire all tools. I know we haven't acquired all things, but basically, or all the silk skills, for instance. Basically, what am I missing there? Or all the crests? Or cartographer, acquire a map of each area. And plus there are a bunch of other secret achievements. So basically the soul snare just summoned forth the void. But anyways, as I was saying, just what we'll do is we'll do some bonus episodes. We'll basically just go through things casually, and we'll basically tie up any loose ends. So anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a good viewer, and I hope to come back for the next one. If you'd like to be like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.